Hey, Nickie Brown here, no matter where you are and no matter what part of the world you're in. I hope that you're having a delightful day. So statistically speaking, back in 2003, Wells Fargo did a study, and in that study it said 52% of American women are single. American women, so women living in the United States. Is what that basically means. 52%. So more than half of women are single, right? And I hear a lot of men saying that, oh, women aren't really single because they're having at least casual sex with someone. And casual sex is a type of relationship. For whatever reason, people don't like to acknowledge that it is a relationship, but you are in a relationship. Whether you want to claim the relationship or not, that's something that you have to work out in your mind, but it doesn't make logical sense because sex is a relationship. If you're having sex with someone, you're in a relationship with someone. You don't have to claim this person as your man or your woman. You're still in a relationship. It's a type of relationship. It's a transactional relationship 9 times out of 10, but it's still a relationship nonetheless. When you go to work, you're in a relationship. If you have a business with the bank, you're in a relationship with that bank, with that credit card company, with that store that you go to on a regular basis, because you have a business relationship with that business, right? Hold on. Sorry about that. My alarm was going off on my other phone. It's time for me to start getting ready. So anyway, whether you claim the relationship or not, the relationship still exists. And that does apply to a lot of men and women, where they're saying that they're single because they're not married, but they are in some type of relationship with someone, right? However, right? I've been saying this to years. The assumption is that all women are emotional. And one thing that I know for sure is that Aquarius, whether male or female, is the only sign of the zodiac that deals with logic over emotion. All other signs deal with emotion more than they do logic. So I say to men, you cannot treat every woman different, because there's this assumption that all women are emotional, right? So their approach is the same. You know, they feel like once it's worked for the first 10 people, they can do it with everybody and they're going to get the same result. And that's not true. You have to approach that woman for who she is by getting to know her. But a lot of times people don't want to take the time to get to know the man or the woman, because there's so many people that don't require that. It's like, oh, I just met you at the store today. Within a week, they're having sex, right? And I've even heard men say that if a woman doesn't want to have sex with you within a week, that means she's trying to play mind games. You don't even know this person within a week. Are you kidding me? Now, again, there are people who operate that way. And so what happens is people are selfish and they want to try to convert the people who don't want to be that way. And so again, when it doesn't get work, then egos get bruised. But why not have integrity and good character and do the right thing? What's wrong with that? People feel like they're just automatically going to be taken advantage of. You just picked the wrong person or people in the past. That is not indicative of your future. That is not an indication of what is going to happen in the future. For those who don't know what the word indicative means, I do apologize. I didn't mean to use a big word, because I know that some people consider words like that big words because they don't understand them. So I apologize. But it doesn't determine what your future is going to be. One has nothing to do with the other. So because you chose wrong, now you want to take it out on other people. Another thing, a lot of people lie, and they lie about stupid stuff. And I understand that that's something that men typically do, and a lot of women's excuse it and overlook it. But certain things, like I had this guy, he lied. He was like, "Oh yeah, my niece made me this bracelet." Now, mind you, I didn't ask. So usually when somebody volunteers the information, they're lying. It's like, just in case you had this on your mind, or just in case you asked, let me come up with the excuse first. Again, I didn't ask. I didn't even care. So you volunteer this information. Oh, my niece made me this bracelet. Okay. A couple months later, the niece turns into the daughter. Which one is it? So what happens is, a lot of times a guy will get to know a woman, and then they start to like her, and then they realize they fucked up because they did some dumbass shit because they thought they was going to be able to trick off because she was just a hoe, and that turned out not to be the case. And so then when she rejects him, now his ego, again, bruised ego, because you thought you could just play her like a fiddle, like, the other ones that you played. And then in the meantime, you're lying about, who you live with somebody, you're on the down low, you got a lot of stuff going on. And then you fall in love with somebody, and you can't do anything about it because you're already trapped in a situation. Then too, it started out, you work. Sometimes people will try to come into your life because, especially if you work with somebody, they're just trying to figure you out so that they can go and gossip and tell your business to other people. And again, a lot of times it doesn't work out in their favor because they don't know. You don't know who a person is. You don't know what they're about. You don't know what they know. You don't know what they've experienced. So again, people will assume, oh, I'm going to be able, even with women too, I'm going to be able to play him because I know men just want sex. And you'll meet that guy who's like, no, I don't want your sex. I want to get to know you. So now you can't play him like you thought you would be able to. Because men abstain from sex too. Men and women abstain from sex. Maybe more women than men, but men do it too. They know they need to put life into perspective as well. Sometimes it may start out unintentionally, but sometimes it is intentional. And I know some women get off on the fact that their man or their potential man is with another woman. Not all women are jealous. Some women are like, oh, you already have somebody? Well, you have fun and you take care. Now, your dumbass thought you was playing mind games and thought she was going to be jealous. Now you don't know what to do because you just lied. What is wrong with being honest? What is wrong with having integrity? What is wrong with having respect? And if you can't have that, you can't do that, why don't you get the proper help so that you can be a better person, a good person? Because for me, a cheater and a liar is not a good person. A lot of people think, oh, as long as I go to work and pay bills, that means I'm a good person. But their character sucks. Some people don't want sucky character. Some people will deal with sucky. Oh, he blacked my eye, and he yells at me all the time. He cusses me out. He belittles me. But I got a man. You have those women out there, and more power to them. They feel like that's the best thing to do. You're supposed to stick in there and stay and tough it out no matter what's going on. I commend those women. I'm not built like that. I'm out. Deuces. Get somebody else to do it. So, of course you don't have to listen to me. Who cares? Nobody cares. But there's just certain people, male or female, you're not going to be able to get over on, and you're not going to be able to trick and play mind games with. You're just not going to be able to do it. And so if there's someone that you're really interested in, instead of just letting them be the one that got away because you feel like you can't only have sex with one person for the rest of your life. Who told you that? That's not even your original thought. That came from somebody else. How do you know if you didn't try? And if you tried, obviously you didn't pick the right person. A lot of times people pick people for the wrong reasons. I call assets. Assets. Right? Or money, or, the illusion of money. No. You can't do the same thing over and over again and then expect a different result. And please stop assuming that all women are out here just having sex with somebody, or again, even all men, because there are some who are abstaining and have abstained for years. People have been practicing abstinence for centuries. This is not anything new. But just because, so people attract who they are, not what they want. So if you're out here being a whore, then yes, you're going to attract whores.